The Burj Khalifa announces itself from a long distance. Driving in from the airport on the Sheikh Zayed Road, the building appears on the horizon well before the rest of the downtown cluster comes into view. A single tapered spire rising above the city with a height that feels, even from kilometers away, like an argument. It is 828 meters tall. The next tallest building on Earth is more than 200 meters shorter. Standing at its base, the eye struggles to track the full height in a single movement. The structure narrows as it rises, pulling toward a point above the clouds on hazy days, and the observation decks near the summit look down on a city that appears, from that altitude, improbably small. Construction on the Burj Khalifa began in 2004 and was completed in 2010 at a cost of approximately $1.5 billion. It was built by a workforce drawn largely from South Asia, working in shifts that in the summer months were limited to early morning and late evening hours to avoid the midday heat. The building contains residential apartments, hotel space, offices, and the at-the-top observation decks at levels 124 and 148. On a clear winter day, the view from the top spans the entire coastal city. The creek to the north, the artificial geometry of the Palm Jumeirah to the west, the desert extending in every direction south and east, and the Gulf shimmering toward the horizon. The Dubai Fountain performs at the base of the Burj Khalifa's lake each evening, and it performs at a scale consistent with its surroundings. At 275 meters in length, it is the largest choreographed fountain system in the world. The water shoots upward in synchronized arcs to music, classical Arabic compositions in the evenings, occasionally accompanied by international repertoire, and the effect is genuinely spectacular in the technical sense, worth watching. The fountain is visible from the waterfront promenade, from the terraces of the surrounding restaurants, and from above, where the lake reflects the towers back at themselves. The Dubai Mall sits adjacent to all of this, connected by a covered walkway that deposits visitors directly into what is, by some measures, the largest shopping mall on Earth. Whether this distinction is meaningful depends on what one expects from a mall. The Dubai Mall contains more than 1,200 retail outlets, an indoor ice skating rink, the Dubai Aquarium, a tank holding 10 million liters of water and visible from the main atrium behind a 40-meter acrylic panel, and a food court that is itself the size of a medium-large airport terminal. People spend entire days inside. The building is designed to make this possible. It is temperature-controlled to exactly the right degree, the sightlines are varied enough to forestall monotony, and the sense of being outdoors has been approximated with skylights and open levels. What surrounds the downtown development is itself worth attention. The neighborhood called Downtown Dubai is relatively new, conceived and largely built in the 2000s by Emaar Properties, the company that also built the tower, and it functions as a kind of civic center for the modern city. The address where the skyline photographs are taken, where the New Year's Eve fireworks are launched, where the abstraction of Dubai's ambition becomes most physically concrete. The streets between the tower and the mall are lined with restaurants, hotels, and residential towers that are themselves, by any external standard, architecturally impressive. Within the context of the Burj Khalifa's presence, however, everything else reads as backdrop. This is perhaps the most honest thing that can be said about downtown Dubai. It is a place that has successfully organized itself around a single point of reference. The tower is the orientation. Everything else in this district resolves around it.